We'll start on the party front because for about 2 hours of your time, and I'm told a $20 Amazon kit, you can have one of those big floor standing balloon numbers to make a backdrop for your next party, your next celebration. It's the big statement piece that anchors the look, and it's really great news to anyone who has done a balloon setup where you know those costs can really stack and add up. Emily Price is bringing us her special thrifty way to put together a big birthday statement piece. It's great to see you, Emily.
Thank you.
We'll say it's frugal, but it's also fabulous. What inspired you to take this on?
I just saw these everywhere and I kept looking and they were like hundreds of dollars to rent.
Right.
And so I knew there was like a cheaper way to make it. And
well,
so
what are the keys to keeping the cost down?
So I use dollar store foam core board. And so you need like about 9 to 10 pieces. And then I buy like a really cheap Amazon balloon kit for about $10.
So there you are. You do the math and we're under 50 for sure, but far less than the rentals or the other bids that you were bringing in.
Yes.
How have you used these big numbers for parties, Emily?
So I use these on all my kids' birthdays. I just fill the balloons and then I will put them like with their setup. I put them by a food table. I'll do like a photo shoot with them. So like just, you know, as their age. So
yeah, toddler by the 2, baby by the 1.
Yes, and I just think it's so fun. It's a huge just party piece.
It's kind of all you need, right? I mean, you've gone extra above, and look how cute that party looks for 2-year-old Blair. But the balloon statement itself kind of sets the tone, the color scheme. It's that backdrop, as you mentioned, and can serve as really the wow to any party. So you mentioned the dollar store foam. That's key to this. What other supplies are needed?
So I just use a craft knife, or like a really sharp kitchen knife, and then just plain packing tape. So just whatever tape you want, sometimes white duct tape, but really the packing tape works so well.
We've got all of those things laying around the house, I should say. So aside from maybe a trip to the dollar store, we can do this. Show us how you do it.
Okay, so first I just print this number, and you can buy this pattern on Etsy or you can Google them for free. So I put together my template.
What number is this?
This is a 4.
Above. Oh, a 4. Yeah, yeah.
And so after I've taped this, you want to tape 4 pieces of these like giant foam boards together.
So sorry, can I back you up? This just prints through your home printer and then you tape it together?
Yep, so it cuts out. Like you just tape it, it'll tell you like what numbers to go in, and then you'll just cut it out.
It's like a puzzle for grown-up crafters.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
So then after that, you're gonna, like with these giant foam board pieces, you want to tape 4 of them together.
Okay.
So you have like this big surface. And this is a little bit confusing. You want to like flip this over and do it opposite.
Okay.
So you're going backwards basically.
The
and that way
image.
you're tracing, like your lines aren't on the right side of the image. So then you just cut it out. So you'll end up with like a giant 4 basically. And then after that, I try and get the edges on, I divide this by 3. So I have 3 equal pieces on here, and then you just cut them out. So that's how you'll get the sides. And then I'm gonna just move this over here. I just use like a spare piece to cut this. And so the 4 is easy because it doesn't really have like a ton of curves, but whereas like curved numbers, you just wanna score this. You don't want to cut it all the way through. So you can use a ruler, but honestly, your straight line doesn't matter. And then you're gonna like break it apart. So I'll just go through.
Like completely break it apart?
No, so like, I'll just cut a bunch of these really quick. And then you'll just like go through and like snap them. You want to keep it intact. Like and this will make
it folds.
Yeah, so this will make it so you can like curve.
For 8s or 2s.
Yes, so it makes it really easy to curve.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be perfect at all.
Right. People are going to be looking at the balloons anyway. This is just to provide a frame or a shape.
Yes.
Cool.
And so then we're gonna go over to the 4.
Yeah.
And this is how we assemble it.
Okay.
I've done most of it, but like I just tape it to the back. And so as I'm like going around, I'm just gonna like lay my tape on, and it really doesn't have to be perfect. And then
look at you. There it is.
And that's it. And like, it really doesn't have to be perfect at all.
Yeah.
And then like, you just make sure, like I kind of line it up before, so I knew I needed to like make that
A little longer.
Yeah,
on the
and
bend.
and then I cut it there. I don't you can cut it when it's on if you miss that step, but
I was gonna ask that. You can kind of cut and adjust as you
yeah.
go.
So if you make any mistakes, honestly, I'll just cut. And if you want to just cut that off and start over and find a different piece.
How clever of you.
You can make a different piece.
Super clever of you. How are you getting it to stand, or is it self-standing?
So some of them do self-stand. This one doesn't because it's pretty flimsy.
It's got one little leg.
Yes.
Yeah.
I usually just take a bar stool or a chair, something that's cuter, and just hide it.
Yeah.
You really can't tell.
Just tuck up behind a table or something that will
Yes.
help prop it up. And is there an art, or is there some advice you might share on how to fill them so artfully with the balloons and the colors? It kind of just random placement, or do you have a method there?
So I always do big balloons first.
Big first.
And then just tape them all in. All I do is roll up some tape and just put them in there, and then I do tiny balloons. And so over here, from my balloon kit, you want to grab.
And this is the Amazon balloon kit you talked about, right?
And you can grab any. I just kind of go for my color scheme.
Listen, if they've picked out the colors and the sizes for me, I'm all in.
Yes, and so these ones are the tiny ones, but I blow the tiny ones up in different sizes. So as you can see, on my balloon display here, these are the same balloons, but I do big and small.
And to give it that variety.
Yes, and then I just shove them all in there.
Just give them a good shove. They'll stay, or if not, they become kind of the bouncing game at the parties. They float around the house. And I love how you took the color scheme and took the balloons from inside the number and kind of spread them out. In some of your photos, you saw balloons kind of around the floor and stretching onto the table. So the big statement piece kind of extended itself into the entire party, the entire space. Emily, so clever. Thank you so much for sharing.
You.
We love great projects like this, especially when it's on the dime. As you've proven it can be done today. Where can we follow along for more advice and fun ideas from you?
You can follow me at EMB Price on Instagram.
EMB Price.
Yes, MB Price.
And what do you share there?
I share lots of crafts, holiday stuff, parties.
Okay.
Just
You're
fun.
the gal.
Yeah.
We'll follow along and
thanks.
learn. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.